Alright folks, I'm back. Hopefully this live stream will last a while. We shall see. But yeah, WWE 2K23 1.09 patch. There goes first time. Dang, first and second start with I was hoping that this would fix what 1.08 broke. But that was not the case. It seems like you would think a patch that comes out soon after one patch came out, that patch would fix the issues of the previous patch. But that was not the case. Let me see. I think I already exported her. My LJ Akira call when I beat my Rise. And I'm not getting no video or audio from this live stream. So my Wi-Fi is a piece of shit. Let's see. Let's see what it do. Let's see. Let's see what it do. Let's see what is her statistics are now. Let's see what is her. She's probably still a 75. Yep. So the patch did not fix. She's probably still a 75. Yep. So it did not fix the My Rise issue. And for those people that I engaged in the comments on the YouTube channels, like, well, why don't you just it's like, that's not too big of a deal if you can just go like put in the attributes manually. And I will say, you know what, that's a good counter argument to my argument of why it shouldn't matter if you can export your wrestler with the attributes from My Rise. But here's the thing that people don't realize: when you take a wrestler through My Rise, what the game does. And maybe 2K did this on purpose so they could fix the issue. Maybe they discovered this and they're trying to sort it out. But this is what happens when you take your wrestler through My Rise and do all the side missions and get all the attribute points to build up your wrestler. So LJ Akira is a heavyweight in terms of weight. And based on your weight class, your weight and your class, your attribute stats are going to cap at a certain amount. Here, let me show you. Okay, I could have sworn I went to attributes. What the hell, people? Alright, so since she's a heavyweight, her arm and power, leg of power are gonna top out at 95. In My Rise, I only got them up to 69. And the one thing that doesn't transfer over when you export your calls is your bonus attributes, like bonus percentage to your stats that you have in My Rise. Those don't transfer over when you export them. Only the base stats. So I didn't even get her arm and leg power up to 70, and they max out at 95. So granted, you could put all this stuff at the max stats if you want to. You know, you don't have to go through My Rise to do that. But here's what happens when you do take them through My Rise. But taking her through My Rise, I got it to a 98. So her aerial offense, which means whatever aerial attacks, springboards, dives, are going to get more damage than her class allows. Her aerial range is 100. It taps out at 85 since she's up to 100. Another one, I got my strike reversal. So what was another one I got up to? I got past. I got her stamina up to light heavyweight, almost close to light heavyweight standards. I got it to an 88 when it maxes out at an 80. Her agility is basically almost cruiserweight level. I got it to a 98 when it tops out at an 80. Okay, now my Wi-Fi's going to shit. And I got her movement speed, which is important in this game. Speed kills in this game. I got her movement speed at cruiserweight. I got it up to 100. But since he's a heavyweight, it taps out at 85. But I got it past the 85 to 100 because I took her through my rise. So yeah, all these stats, all these attributes I got through my rise. She is the most fastest high-flying heavyweight wrestler on the planet. Now, granted, she's probably not the strongest or more damaging inducing heavyweight on the planet because I didn't max out her striking because she's a high flyer. That's what also comes into play based on your class. Since she's a high flyer. Hey, how you doing, YSF? Yeah, I'm just discussing the importance of exporting your created wrestler through my rise. 1.08 patch broke it. So I watch hentai on the occasion, but I don't, it's not my sole thing that I'm meant to. It's like I watch, dude, I don't even watch it that often. And plus the whole hentai rabbit hole is deep and torturous. I'm very picky about my hentai because hentai, the Japanese don't have no religious boundaries. So anything goes in hentai. That is a rabbit hole you do not want to go down. Hentai is a vast and deep iceberg you do not want to go through. Yeah, a lot of it has some kinks I'm not into. Hentai has a lot of kinks I'm not into. But there is some good hentai, but it's like finding a needle in a haystack to find the good hentai. Because a good chunk of it, it's stuff I'm not into. Yeah, stuff I'm not into. But, yeah. So basically, I got her base stats past the class parameters. But, as far as her class. But at the same time, she does have some perks of being a heavyweight. Which is the added damage of being a heavyweight, the added durability of being a heavyweight. Even though the attributes say one thing, you still get perks based on your weight class in this game. Favorite superstar ever? I don't know. That's tough to say. There's superstars I'm fond of. I could say I'm a casual watcher of the WWE product, but I'm not a diehard fan of the WWE product. I do lean towards to wrestlers who can almost do it all. I like wrestlers who that are like around Daniel Bryan. They can strike, they can grapple, they can sub. I can do online matches. The only problem is my Wi-Fi is very unstable. So some days I can actually go through a match with no lag. And those are very rare. And then for the most time, it's a war of attrition where if I do play matches online, I'm going to be at a disadvantage. Because it's going to be a hard time reversing and countering stuff because my Wi-Fi is shit. So yeah, I don't play a lot of online patches. When I do play online, it's weird. It's weird because I always seem to run into people who are either cheesers or they don't know what the fuck they're doing. So I'm either going to get thoroughly wrecked by being cheesed, or I'm going to win and people are going to send me hate mail. There's no in between unless I'm playing with friends. Because it happens. USA don't have the perfect internet connection. If you want the perfect internet connection, go to Japan. Go to Japan, my boy. United States is a big country, and when you're dealing with wireless internet, I don't have my console hardwired. I don't have it directly hooked up by a cord to the internet. It's like But yeah, in the USA, it happens. It's like it's based on, you know, how much you're paying, how much your service is, how many people are in your house using up your internet, and whether you're in a neighborhood with people who have a lot of Wi-Fi, have a lot of Wi-Fi signals, so those signals bounce off of each other. So you're going to get that shit as well. So I checked it. It was going at full tilt, but it changes over the course of the live stream. So yeah, I'm not hardwired. I'm not on the PC. I'm on a PS4. I'm on a base PS4. So yeah, it happens. But yeah, that's the benefit of going through My Rise, is to basically get the attributes past the parameters. Yes, it's going to take you 20 to 25 hours based on how fast you get through the matches on My Rise to max out a wrestler. But in the end, it's worth it. So I don't understand people saying, oh, that doesn't matter because I could just max out their stats or adjust their attributes to what they were. It's like, no, you can't, because some attributes are going to go past parameters, and you can't do that by just setting the attributes. You have to go through My Rise, and I'm thinking 2K probably realized that, and is probably going to do a fix for that later. We shall see. There hasn't been, it was a 10 gig patch. They added stuff to universe mode and some other things as far as the tag teams that should have been in the game at launch. I think they finally fixed the bloodline entrance and shit like that. Stuff I really don't care for, honestly. It's not my thing. It's like I really don't care for the in-game wrestlers. I buy these games for the creation suite to create my own wrestlers, to do my own e-feds and things like that. But I believe they did some fixes as far as the tag teams, as far as what is it, the bloodline. I think you have to set it as far as their managers and stuff like that. I don't think they're even in here. Where are they at? Do they have the Usos? Where are the Usos at? Okay, they got the Usos. So, but I don't think they have the bloodline as a faction. That's something you're going to have to set. What they did do as far as the power rankings, what I noticed as far as the power rankings when you edit shows, is they have a top 10 where the people who are the top 10 get their stats. So they got that. I feel it doesn't matter now, especially when you go through superstar mode, when you play the game with these characters, based on their winning streak or losing streaks, they will get stat buffs regardless of their place in the top 10. Yeah, Lita's pretty sexy. I met her at a convention. She's a lot shorter than I thought she was. She's short in real life. Yeah, she's a little spinner. I think she's only like 5'4", 5'5". And she's not a very tall woman. TV is very deceptive. I'm over here in NorCal, near Sacramento. We have like a lot of pop culture comic book conventions. And so the person who booked the conventions get a lot of wrestlers. So every year, because I'm an artist, so I sell my art at conventions, I met Booker T, rode in the elevator with him. We stayed in the hotel. Dude know how to dress. Booker T knows how to dress. He always comes looking fly with his suits looking sharp. Oh, which one? Are you talking about LJ Akira? Yeah, she's pretty sexy. She's pretty thick. I met Rey Mysterio. I knew he was short. Met Jerry the King Lawler. Mick Foley. Chavo Guerrera. I met Razor Ramon before he passed away. It was back, I think, 2014 at a con here. We were staying in a hotel. He sat by us while we ate breakfast at the buffet. I didn't want to bother him for an autograph, but the waitress did. No, I didn't spend the night with Booker T. He just stayed in the same hotel. He was on a whole different floor. He was probably in the penthouse on the top floor. So I met quite a few wrestlers, got Victoria's autograph. But I think another subject I want to touch up on is I've been following quite a few of these new and upcoming wrestling YouTube channels that covers the games. And I'm on People's Hustle. There's one channel that I was a subscriber to, but I stopped being a day, trying to keep up with, he's trying to get all the information out before all the major channels come out. He's getting a lot of subscribers very, very quickly. So I can't hate on his hustle. If he's all about getting that secondary YouTube, channel, getting that YouTube money, if he's all about getting that secondary income, then hey, you do you, bro. You go, you hustle, you get that money. My only issue is when these channels pop up and they're just putting out content just to put out content, but they're also putting out bad information. And one of the things I feel is bad information is the rumors. There's a rumor going around. What's the status? He uploaded Mia Yim and Candice LeRae, wrestler models on Community Creations. Now, these wrestling models don't come with trons on the wrestler's music. And so what's the status? I guess he didn't realize they were in the game until after 1.08. So it led to speculation that 2K is going to be releasing these characters either in My Faction or as base game characters. In my opinion, I'm like, nah. For one thing, that Mia Yim model was from 2K20. Yeah, I met pretty female wrestlers at the hotel. What was it, last year? I think last year, Stockton Con, who was staying in a hotel. Thunder Rosa from AEW, she was there. She's actually shorter than I thought she was in real life. Yeah, I'm tired of